Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. D.V. Prasad from Indira Gandhi National Tribal University. Today we will discuss about the module Family, Household and Domestic Group. The paper entitled Social Cultural Anthropology. Let us see what we are going to study in this module. This module will help you to understand the family and functions of family. We will discuss various types of and forms of family and the Hindu joint family, concept of household and domestic group, and the scope of family, household and domestic group. Various meanings of English word such as kutumba, graha, kula, vamsha, parivar. Note their meaning with genealogical components. We should study and social institutions in dynamics and in its relation with other social institutions. Scope of studying family, household and domestic group allows us to know various definitions of English word family, more accurate understanding of the family, conceptual, normative and behavioral character of the ancient families. To accommodate plurality of norms within a single structure, that is legal, psychological, socio-cultural and religious aspect. Origin of family as a social institution. Family is a concrete manifestation of societies that embraces sets of ideas and assumptions which reflects the values and helps in understanding the society at individual level and group level. Family is a word of plural meanings, a viable and operational social unit which is never studied, understood and isolated, always talked in terms of kinship, gender and social structure. A household refers to social groups that can be based on kinship ties, non-kinship ties. Members of a household are not necessarily related to blood. It could be classmate, friends, no relationship ties. Domestic group refers to resource owning groups. There is need to study family, household and domestic group to understand the society and its changes, development and advancement. Functions of family. Human beings depend greatly on learning than any other animal. They cannot develop normally without social contact. The basic learning is given by family to a child right from the birth. Social cultural skills, values are learned under the nurturance and guidance of the family. Therefore, each and every family has certain functions to fulfill the needs of human beings. They are mainly basic needs, biological needs, socio-cultural functions, religious functions, social functions, psychological functions, and economic functions. Biological functions. Family provides a legitimate platform for satisfaction of sexual needs of its members in a prescribed manner. It also provides basic foundation for biological reproduction, procreation, etc. Further, family also ensures social continuity through the creation and survival of its offsprings. Basic needs. Family provides shelter, and fulfill other basic needs like food, and family ensures each and every member has met the needs of food intake and other basic needs like providing shelter, fulfill basic metabolic needs of calorie intake, and socio-cultural functions like family as a source where primary socialization begins, learning, responsibilities and obligatory duties, and members inherit social values, manners, skills, and etiquettes. And the learning by observing is also important function in the family. Economic functions. Family act as an economic unit in which members take part in productively activity. Members may do similar or different jobs. A common fund is pooled together to meet the needs of individual or every member of family. Family also acts as a unit of consumption. Members cook from kitchen, share a hearth, and eat food under the same hut. This binds members close together. Still today, in many families, all members having dinner or lunch together is followed, which reflects a close emotional tight bond between them. Members of family also provides services to each other in a meaningful way and cooperate with each other. Households works are also divided on the basis of division of labor based on age, gender, and position of a person in family and even personal competence. Like if mother is preparing a feast for the family, her children would help her in preparations or bring grocery items, ingredients required for the feast from the market, and husband provide money to buy things. In this way, all members give their contribution. Religious functions. Family also performs religious functions during worship of family deities, family rituals, customs, ceremonies, and festivals. In this way, religion affects family and brings members of family together. For example, during the ancestor worship, all the family members assemble at one place and offer first food to their ancestors so that collective behavior can be achieved under this. And the same sort of cooperation is also expressed on different occasions like funeral rites. Each and every family member may be related by blood or affine relationship come and cooperate in each and every activity, starting from conducting ritual, preparation of feast, etc. In the same manner, other rituals, ceremonies, all the family members cooperate with each other. Let's discuss about cultural and social functions. Family performs certain social functions like customs, traditions, moral, etiquettes in public places. Personality are acquired by family. A human being becomes a social man and develops good thoughts, operational unit, and political institution. The politico-jural domain is also affected by the functions of family. Cultural training, psychological functions. Family performs psychological functions like molding a personality of an individual, family provides an environment to create or develop good thoughts. Therefore, making a good responsible citizen, for example, if a person is provided with good family environment and emotional support is given by the family member, then that person would feel free and may not have stress. Whereas, if a person is provided with a fighting environment where his or her parents fight continuously without emotional strength, the person may feel low. Another function is of family is to provide security, protection, and health related functions are also important. Further, family makes the individuals responsible citizens by providing emotional support as and when required. Thus, primary group satisfaction is possible under family values. Each family enhances or inculcate its members certain values. They are mainly sense of belongingness, connections, communication and interaction, loyalty, life adjustment, mutual love and respect, forgiveness and honesty, education, manners and behavior. Types of family. Various anthropologists made an attempt to classify family, and the classification of family has been done on different bases. Family is a universal social group. Its variables, forms, structure, or types differ from society to society. For example, one can study joint family thoroughly in India and various forms of nuclear family in developed countries, United States of America, etc. No doubt, many factors, variation in culture and social values exist, thus different types of family are found. Therefore, it is difficult to provide a universal classification of family. However, the classification has been done on the following basis. First and foremost is on the basis of marriage practice. Second, on the basis of rule of residence. Third, on the basis of size, structure and composition. Fourth, on the basis of descent. On the basis of marriage practice, the family is classified into four types. That is, number 1, monogamous family. Number 2, polygamous family. Number 3, exogamous family. Number 4, endogamous family. When comes to monogamous family, it comprises of a husband, a wife, and may or may not have children. Both of them are prohibited to have more spouses. This form is considered as the ideal form. When comes to polygamous family, one individual has more than one spouse. One man marries more than one woman or reverse. Polygamous family is of two types, namely polyandrous family and polygynous family. Polyandrous family consists of one woman has many husbands at a time. For example, Nayars of Kerala. Then polygynous family, one man is allowed to marry more than one woman. This family consists of one husband and several wives. For example, Idu Mishami tribe in Arunachal Pradesh and Konyaks of Nagaland. Then comes to endogamous family, a family where man is supposed to marry within one's own group, clan, gotra, caste, or varna. Endogamy rules of marriage are practiced on this type of family. Example, in Kerala, among the Muslims and Christians, it is necessary to marry within one's group. Then last one, endogamous family, a family where one is supposed to marry outside gotra, one's own gotra, clan, varna, caste, etc. Here rules are of exogamy like 4 gotra rule, Sapinda system are practiced. This type of family can be found in northern region of India among the Jats of Haryana. On the basis of rule of residence, family is classified into 6 types. They are matrilocal, patrilocal, auxiliary-local, viri-local, neo-local, and finally avunculocal. Matrilocal family in which man joins his wife's matrilineal residence. This type of family is found among Nayars of Kerala. Then comes to patrilocal family in which after marriage daughter moves out of her natal residence and joins her husband's patrilineal family, and brothers bring wife in his patrilineal family, and it is common in north and central India. Bilocal family, in this type, after marriage, married couple change their residence alternatively. Both paternal and maternal families are given importance. All rituals, customs from both the side are practiced. Then comes to fourth category, auxiliary local family. Man changes residence not necessarily to wife's maternal place but near to the wife's matrilineal relatives. Examples, Nayars of Kerala. Very local family. In this family, women stay near the husband's patrilineal relatives along with her husband. When it comes to neo-local family, when husband and wife decided to set up a new independent family away from their parents and settled at new place. Example, natal family in Chennai, Delhi, etc. Avunculocal family, in this type, sister's son is required to bring wife and join his mother's brother family to look after property. This means after marriage, newly married couple reside in maternal uncle's house. Avanku means maternal uncle. Example, matrilineal societies of Kerala. On the basis of descent, family is classified into 3 types. Number 1, patrilineal family. Number 2, matrilineal family. Number 3, bilineal family. Matrilineal family is commonly prevalent all over the world. In this type, descent or ancestry is determined through father line and continues from father to son to grandson and so on. The property and family name or caste is inherited by sons. For example, Jats of Haryana. Matrilineal family. The descent or ancestry is inherited through mother. It continues through mother to her daughter, and so on. The property and family name or caste is inherited through matrilineal line. In this type, woman is dominant and has high status. Example, Nayars of Kerala. Last one, bilineal family. The descent or ancestry is identified or determined through both mother and father. On the basis of nature of blood relations, family is classified into two types: conjugal family and consanguineous family. Conjugal family. In this type, two adult individuals of different sexes are related to each other by marriage. A heterosexual pair who may or may not have children. Example, nuclear family of USA. Comes to consanguineous family. In this type, husband and wife are related to each other. They are either cross cousin or parallel cousins. Husband and wife are related by blood. Example, Muslims are some groups of Reddis of Andhra Pradesh or among some non-Brahmins of Kerala. On the basis of size and structure, family is divided into three types: conjugal family, nuclear family, and extended or joint family. The conjugal family consists of a husband and wife who got married. After this, couple may or may not have children. Nuclear family. This type is most elementary and ideal form, found all over the world. The nuclear family consists of a husband, wife, and their unmarried children. This constitutes a basic unit of family. Size is small. This is an independent autonomous unit. It is also known as primary family. Orientation and procreation are its parts. Then comes to extended or joint family. The size of this family is large, which extends a nuclear family and may have more than two nuclear families. This type is most commonly found among Hindu joint family. This family is comprised of father, mother, their sons and their wives, unmarried daughters, grandchildren, grandfather, uncles, aunts, their children, etc. Earlier, joint families were engaged in one type of business, occupation, and the next generation followed that business. But now, with the globalization, modernization, and westernization, each family member is engaged in different jobs. Variation in family forms. Other than nuclear and joint family, there are many more forms of family. These variations are specially observed in India. Following are the various family forms. Nuclear family, it comprises of married couple, husband and wife with or without unmarried children. The term nuclear family was first used by J.P. Murdoch, American anthropologist. In his book Social Structure, he gave the classical approach to study family. Then comes to composite family, another variation of nuclear family, which is found when nuclear family expands horizontally, collaterally due to polygamous unions. Example, a family in which husband, wife is there with their children, husband brings two more wives and may have children with them. Polygamous family. Then comes to extended family, comprise of any grouping broader than nuclear family. The members are related to one another through marriage, blood, and even adoption. Extended family has both lineal and collateral type of members, which mean father, son, parents, son's wife with their children. For example, in India, many joint families of western side resemble extended family like that of Punjabi family, has both lineal and collateral members. Then comes to joint family, typically found in India, China, Japan. These countries are more connected to traditions in agriculture. A joint family consists of father, his married sons. All stay together with their wives and unmarried children. Example found in north region of India. On the basis of personal freedom and autonomy, joint family cannot access much freedom, whereas extended family might grant freedom and autonomy to an individual. Many families that are based on agricultural occupation, there is no personal freedom. Then comes to STEM family. This type of family comes with ideal joint family, gets fissioned or disintegrated, some of its members move out. STEM families are those families which were once part of joint family. Example, Khasi tribe in Meghalaya, matrilineal community where youngest daughter brings husband, gets everything in property, land and stays with unmarried children. Here, older sisters have to move out and set up husband and children. These are STEM families, which are once part of matrilineal joint family. The supplemented nuclear family. This is actually a nuclear family plus one or more unmarried, widow, separate relatives. For example, husband, wife, their unmarried children, husband's unmarried sister lives with them. Subnuclear family, this form is a fragment of a former nuclear family, which consists of a widow whose husband is deceased, her unmarried children, and if she has her sister who is unmarried, widow, separated lives with her. Supplemented subnuclear family. A group of relatives who are members of formerly complete nuclear family plus some other unmarried, separated, widow who was not a member of nuclear family. For example, a family in which husband, wife, their children live and then husband dies, wife's mother-in-law joins her. Single person household, a household which has only one member. Collateral joint family. In this type, two or more married couple between whom there is a single born, that single born can be brother-brother relationship plus unmarried children. Supplemented collateral joint family. This family comprises of collateral joint family plus unmarried, widow, divorced relatives. Lineal joint family. Two couple between whom there is a linear link, vertical link. Linear link is usually between parents and married sons. For example, father, mother living with their married sons and wives. Supplemented lineal joint family. Lineal joint family plus unmarried, divorced, widowed relatives who did not belong to the lineal links joint family. For example, father, mother, their married sons and wives' unmarried brother stays with them. Then comes to lineal collateral joint family. Three or more couples linked lineally, that is, father married sons and collaterally married brothers with their wives. For example, parents plus two or more married sons or married brothers plus their wives and their unmarried children. Supplemented lineal collateral joint family. In this type, lineal collateral joint family plus unmarried, divorced, separated, widow relatives who did not belong to the family. For example, parents plus two or more unmarried brothers plus their unmarried children plus wives, sister or unmarried nephew oblique niece. Other types. This form includes those families which cannot categorize under one term. In this form of family, widow stays at nephew's place. For example, widow sister stays with brother's son's family. The Hindu joint family. The family is a group consisting of known ancestors and relatives and exist in a large size in which members generally live, live together under same roof, eat cooked food at one hearth, hold property in common, and who participate in common family worship and are related to each other. Patrilocal family is commonly found as dominant among Hindus. Joint family is the extension of nuclear family horizontally as well as vertically. So, following are the characteristics features of joint family. They are mainly common residence, common kitchen, large size, principle of seniority, responsibility, mutual rights and obligations, a unit of consumption, economic unit, religious functions and common worship, strong affinal and consanguineal bond. Challenges of family. The definition of family is changing with urbanization and modernization. Therefore, new challenges come which makes difficult to define family, and they are mainly communication problem, grief and loss, divorced, frequent fights, arguments, financial problem, live-in relationships, co-inhabitation, separations, gay couple adopting children, single parent, illegitimate child and mother, late marriages. Features of household and domestic groups. Household. Members live together, common residence. Members cook food from the same kitchen. Actual domestic arrangement found on the ground and are highly adaptive, flexible, responsive to change. Whereas in domestic group, resource owning group, human or natural resources, economic and consumption unit, whole group exercise power on every member. Members are involved in various kinds of production. Activity is divided on the basis of division of labor, political functions. Developmental cycle of domestic group. There are three phases wherein The domestic group developed. The first phase is expansion, the second one is dispersion, and third one is replacement. In the phase of expansion, marriage start with the marriage and expands with birth of first child to the birth of last child. So, phase of expansion start with marriage, then comes to phase of dispersion. In this, child and continues up to marriage of last youngest child, and child moves out of the house. Then comes to phase of replacement. Start with the aging of parents and continues till their death, and their child replaces his parents. Phases of life experienced by an individual. Life of an individual pass through four phases of life. They are mainly matricentral cell, patricentral cell, entering domestic group, entering politico-jural domain. Scope of studying family, household, and domestic group. The study allows us to know various definitions of English word family and family as a universal unit. More accurate understanding of the conceptual, normative, and behavioral character of the ancient families. To accommodate plurality of norms within a single structure. Legal, psychological, socio-cultural, and religious aspects. Finally, origin of family as a social institution. Let's summarize what we read in this module. We come to know that family is universal primary group. This is no substitute for family. It is a unique social institution and has social associations. No society or civilization exists without family. Society is an abstract which reflects the foundations of family. Both biological and socio-cultural factor has led to formation of this universal group. It is difficult to distinguish between household, family, and domestic groups because all three performs these functions like economic unit, consumption unit, psychological unit, and socio-cultural unit. But it is necessary to define as well as redefine the notion of family, domestic group, and households. All these three are the core of the society which interacts with each other groups and always studied along with kinship, marriage, economy, polity, religion, and education. Thank you.